You're now tuned into STWF TV, the Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
Five, four, three, two, one.
What's up, hey everybody? How you doing? This your boy, Coach Lee. Happy hump day to you. Welcome to the Wednesday Night Protocol, a.k.a. Parlay Perspective. Got the crew up in here tonight. Got the full crew, except for the guy that don't talk basketball, because you know he don't know how to dribble. Well, how y'all doing, fellas?
I'm doing good.
Close to the ground.
He's
So close to the ground.
Yeah, but when you're that close to the ground, you should be able to go between the legs real quick and easy, you know?
Who the leg? What
He
type
can't
of
even bounce it.
type of space you think he working with? Like
One bounces at his neck. How y'all doing? Two planes, trains, and automobiles. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right, man. Can't complain. It's hump day, baby.
Already. Man, we got quite a bit to talk about tonight, but let's go ahead and get into it. So tonight we're going to do things a tad bit different because we do have a special segment that we want to get started early. Based on a request from yours truly. So let's get into it. Let's get ready for James NASCAR. Yeah.
not matching the vibes of where this is going.
I know.
Yeah, we're remembering the man, the myth, the legend, Rowdy Kyle Busch. Yeah, no, I got a lot of fond memories with Kyle. You know, I was a young NASCAR fan. I, grew up watching Jeff Gordon with my dad, found my own way and ended up liking Denny Hamlin. Then I kind of, I fell off a little bit. Didn't stop watching, didn't really care for it. And then Jeff Gordon retired. My dad said, hey, I got a new guy. His name's Kyle Busch. He's loud, obnoxious, wins, bows when he wins. It's crazy. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I'm like, well, let me go see what he is. And every Sunday I'd be watching, Sports Center or something like that. And Kyle Busch wins again. This guy could not falter. He was that dang good. They just to get the sad part out of the way, they finally released the full bit cause of death. It was a chain of events that ended up leading to this. Obviously, I pointed out a couple weeks ago during the niche that he had in Watkins Glen asked to be taken off the track and have a doctor go to the car or go to his hauler to check in on him, get him a shot, get him to feel better and whatever. And it ended up being pneumonia. But this was a days to weeks happenstance that ended up going to it. But what ended up happening is that he went into hemorrhaging shock, I believe. I thought I saw it was. He had the pneumonia that triggered into sepsis that Dale said yesterday. Thank you for bringing it up and talking about it a little bit yesterday, Dale. I do appreciate it. But it caused rapid blood clotting, and he ended up passing out during simulation for an actual race. He was in a racing simulator and became unresponsive and basically died right there. So he lost a lot of blood during that time, and he was only 41 years old. But it sucks. It's sad, but we're not gonna weigh on that. We're gonna go over the highlights of his career. Coach, if you could bring that up, it's the next picture in the M&M suit.
In the M&M suit?
Yes, showing his trophy off.
Slim Shady.
Okay, hold on a second.
Oh,
so I got that. Get it.
So I know a lot of people end up following NASCAR, at least watch the race, and they know of names. And when you think of NASCAR, you do not that one, the picture. It's the his career highlight picture of all the accolades and stuff. Not ready. Almost time for the video. Don't worry, I got some funnies for you. That's why I told you I'd make this uplifting a little bit.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Kyle had a brother, Kurt, and Kurt was doing really good in the NASCAR series and was able to, get Kyle's name out there and bring him in a little bit. And boy, did Kurt wish he didn't do that, because he would have been the only Busch in NASCAR with going crazy. He started in 2003. So, some of that, he won Rookie of the Year, obviously. He was 19 years old when he got his first pole. That is the youngest in NASCAR history. So he came out crazy and went and just got noticed, got signed by Hendrick Motorsports and drove the number 5 car for him for 4 years. Old man Hendricks could not get a good handle on him and couldn't figure out how to get this kid called Wild Thing under control. So he ended up letting him go. Well, Coach Joe Gibbs didn't want to let that talent slide, so he signed him to Joe Gibbs Racing. Joe Gibbs ended up having one of the greatest runs with Kyle Busch. He accumulated 56 wins with that team. He is also, this is also another like history record. He is also the longest tenured teammate with Denny Hamlin. 15 years of teammates. It's the longest time that any persons have been teammates on one singular team. And then after that, he signed with RCR for 3 years and won 3 races with them. He won 4 races with Hendricks, forgot to say that earlier, which totals in 63 Cup wins. Kyle also dominated the Xfinity Series when he would race it and won a total of 102 wins, which was most in that series of NASCAR. He just wasn't he was good there, but he was also good in the Truck Series. He just scored his 69th win 2 weeks ago at Dover. That accumulates for 234 wins at the NASCAR professional level, a record that no one's really going to be able to touch in the foreseeable future because no one ran races like him. Kyle swept weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday would win 3 races in a row. 2, he's a 24/7 champion in WWE. Not any other NASCAR driver can say that.
Let's go.
And in one of his most prolific years, 2010, he won 24 total races between the 3 series. Also in 2010, he started Kyle Busch Motorsports. He had his own team, and they won a ton of truck championships. He ended up selling it off to Spire, and that's why he started running Spire trucks for them. He's one of only this doesn't sound like a crazy stat, but he's one of 36 drivers to win a championship in Xfinity and in Cup. Not many people could say that, but in total, this guy had 23 years of racing experience altogether. But the wins can do you enough. You know, you can get into the Hall of Fame in NASCAR by having wins, but you cannot be the guy, the face of NASCAR, without doing interviews, right? What makes you the most notable guy in the room? How you talk. You can get by with wins for sure, but it's how you talk. So I got 6 in a YouTube short of Kyle Busch's most prolific quotes. Coach, would you mind pulling that one up?
Let's see. Most prolific.
These are meant to laugh. Go ahead and laugh because Kyle Busch is a character.
Okay, hold on a sec. Most prolific quote you say?
Yes. Or it's let me make sure that way you know.
Isn't it the one that he had up before? It's the one he already had up.
Yeah, it was. It was the one you had up beforehand.
Okay. See it? I'm a man, Will. That's how you produce, baby.
Alley-oop. That.
Ranking the best Kyle Busch moments.
Yes.
There it is.
Coach is getting it.
Oh, we got the volume share.
I think I might have it on. No, it's not on mute. Did I?
Now, when you share it, though, you got to hit the volume on.
I thought I did.
Oh, I always forget that part. That's why I know. That's why I said it. Every time I do this, I forget that part.
Let me try it again. You know, your boy a little slow sometimes.
It's all good. Man, what a career, though, huh? In the meantime, like, Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't know he balled out like that.
Bro just produced. Just production.
Boom.
And I ain't trying to, you know, I gotta say it, like I'm a Coach Gibbs guy. I'm JGR all the way, baby.
Right. No. But that's the same thing. Like when Kobe passed, I was like, look, I'm a Celtics fan. I hated them, but I always loved Kobe because it's just like you gotta respect greatness.
And me being a Denny Hamlin fan who races for Joe Gibbs, if Kyle Busch won, we all won. We didn't care. We rode for our guys.
All right, here we go.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Pure talent. That's about it. My pit crew did absolutely nothing to help me out tonight. My truck drove and these splitters are absolutely horrendous. I don't know, 2-3 laps later, it blew out.
And for these guys, it was actually a broken A-arm that had them in the evening from there.
I'm not surprised about anything. Congratulations.
15 Cup Series champion.
I don't know what y'all are whining about, but if you don't like that kind of racing, don't even watch.
Everything's great. Looking forward to getting back to the racetrack and getting into my race car.
Are you okay with Joey moving forward?
Everything's great. Really looking forward to getting in my race car and getting back here at Phoenix.
Speaking of that, are you glad that this is over and you get in the car where you're comfortable to get back to racing?
Everything's great.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, no,
He's a troll.
he is. He's great. And that final one, him and Joey Logano got into a big fist fight, and they called them both at the NASCAR holler, and they said, "This is what you say when you go out in your interview. Anytime you're asked about it, this is what you say." Well, he took it to the next level, and that's all he said.
Only said that. That's all
Yep.
he said.
And
He's like beast mode.
yeah, he's had a couple other ones that are good, but those are the ones that they picked out, and I'm fine with that. But there are a couple others, but this would be a 30, 45-minute segment if I went to go pick up everything Kyle Busch did. Kyle Busch is he's funny. Like they said, he's brash. He's in your face. He's arrogant. The way that he celebrated at the end of race, he'd grab the flag and take a bow. It was fantastic. Two, you got anything to add? I'm not done yet, but I know you've been sitting quietly. You're always my co-host for this segment. If you got anything, go for it before I answer Mike's question.
That's whack, man. I mean, as we all see, man, it's unexpected. Yeah, man, I ain't got much to say. Not because I don't want to say anything. That sucks, man. I hate hearing about that, especially around this time of the year. But we can live on great legacies. I thought he was just an actual NASCAR driver, which was interesting. He drove all three, which is pretty dope. So that myself, that's just something that I don't know a lot of people do, but seeing that he did it, man, that's some OG right there.
Yep.
So shout out to him. If you had to give your number one, it could be a race, it could be a clip that you just shown. Your number one thing when his name comes up now.
Look, so what Will's gonna think this is just lame as hell of me to do, but I don't care. I'll do it. I don't like Joey Logano at all. Kyle Busch didn't say nothing. He just ran up on business. Logano wrecked him. He walked right up to his car, right up to him. No words, no nothing. Just punched him in the face. My favorite moment ever.
Wasn't that within like the last 5 years?
Couple years ago. Yeah.
I see it went viral. That was crazy.
He gave no fucks. He did not care. He walked straight up to Joey Logano. No words, no nothing. All business. Clock. It was great. Because I'm not a Joey Logano fan. And Kyle Busch did that, and I was like, my guy, Kyle.
Hey, I don't care who he hit. That's gangster.
It's great. But in light of all that, this was 2 weeks ago after his Dover win. This is his post-race talk. Go ahead and play it.
And a bow in front of the fans that are all on their feet down here at the Monster Mile. And Michael Waltrip said earlier in the race that a confident Kyle Busch is a dangerous Kyle Busch. Your 69th victory in this series, your fifth right here. Why do these moments never get old, Kyle?
Because you never know when the last one is, So I know all too well, unfortunately, with the cup stuff, but here with the truck stuff right now is it's awesome just to be a part of Spire Motorsports. Thanks to Jeff and Dan and Mr. H for the opportunity. HendrickCars.com. I'm sure it looked great out front leading the race, and it wasn't just Kyle Larson doing it. So, feels good to have another Kyle being able to do it and putting ourselves in victory lane. So, love coming to Dover. Always one of my favorite places to race, and definitely some managing of the fuel there, managing of the tires there, and it was an interesting, just kind of strategic battle, I guess, from the driver's seat. And, thanks to all the fans. Appreciate everybody for being here at Dover and the Monster Mile for All-Star Weekend. We thank you. And hopefully we have another great O'Reilly race tomorrow and an even better.
And that was it. His final words were, "You never know when the last one's going to be." And then he thanked the fans at the end for coming out. It's, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. It's like he knew. I'm not one of those kind of guys. I just think it was fitting. It was nice that his last message to everybody was a thank you. I I mean, all I really got to say is, Denny Hamlin said it best. NASCAR, we lost our Kobe Bryant. Like, coinciding with Mike's question, does it mean or hurt as much as Dale Earnhardt's senior's death? It's different because everybody loved Dale Earnhardt. Everyone loved to hate Kyle Busch.
Yeah, it's a little different.
You don't have that. You don't have anyone to hate now. Who are you supposed to hate?
It's a heel versus a face going away. Like, it's not the same thing. Yeah.
People don't know who to hate now. The NASCAR races are going to be a little bit more boring because Kyle's not out on the track. The way that I said it, because this was my dad's favorite driver, my wife told me that he had passed, and I woke up and basically said WTF, like kind of defeated. And I'm like, dude, Superman's not supposed to die. And they say their Kobe Bryant died. I mean, this guy was my Superman. He brought me back into the sport. He was untouchable. He was the guy. With all that being said, rest in peace, Kyle Busch. Thank you for the memories. And you were definitely on my Mount Rushmore, one of the greatest to ever do it, no doubt.
Hell yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, it's crazy, man. We lose people too early sometimes. And like you were saying, with Dale Earnhardt, I also think it's a little different with Dale Earnhardt because his kid was actively in the game, like when it happened, and so I think the emotion we all felt when Earnhardt died was also through Junior, and it was like because we're feeling it for the hero that he was on the track, but then also we're feeling it through his child that we're also watching race and stuff like that. So, but yeah, Kyle, yeah, man, like. I'm not even a NASCAR fan, and I knew who Kyle was, and I've seen clips of him, and I've seen him acting a fool and winning races constantly, and yeah, man, that sucks, man.
That's kind of the thing. I mean, Will said it perfectly. You might not watch NASCAR, but you know the name Kyle Busch.
Yeah, he's one of the names. One of the names.
And you brought that up too about Dale Earnhardt. I completely skimmed over this. At the race this weekend in Charlotte. They had the entire Busch family out, mom, dad, brother, and his girlfriend, Samantha Busch, his wife, his son Brexton, his daughter Lennox, and the courage that his boys showed. Brexton Busch is 11 years old. He just turned 11 a couple weeks ago. Just turned 11, and he's holding his mom, not shedding a tear, visibly upset, but not shedding a tear, being the man of the house now, the man, and holding his mom, loving his sister, and he's going to be a hell of a NASCAR driver one day. RCR came out and said no one's driving the number 8 car until Brexton gets the NASCAR, and that'll be his car if he chooses to race. And Joe Gibbs also is saving the number 18 car for Brexton if he comes to Joe Gibbs if he decides not to go to RCR. So the numbers are held. Shout out to him, and also shout out to Kyle Larson's boy Owen, who came up to give Brexton a hug when he had to be the man. One of his friends, racing buddies, came up and hugged. But shout out to Brexton for being able to do that because an 11-year-old kid, that's a lot of weight. Again, R.I.P. Kyle Busch. Let's get into this weekend's bit of NASCAR and then Indy Series, and then we're done with NASCAR. No more left turns. We had the Indy 500 this weekend. I was rooting for Pato O'Ward. Everybody else had their favorites, their betting odds, and whatever. Joseph Newgarden looked like he had a really good chance to win, but he wrecked out again like he did last year. So no 3-time winner. A guy that I didn't expect to win, Felix Rosenqvist from Sweden, won his second ever IndyCar Series race, and it happened to be an Indy 500. Tuke, I think his odds were like 12-1. It was a really crazy odd. You would have got paid out a lot of money if you would have taken him. I think it's something like that. But yeah, no, he takes it out, got to drink the milk. Good for him. It was an exciting race. It was a fuel and tire race. You really had to figure it out. I haven't seen that in Indy before in recent time. Leaders stayed out too long. They needed to make one more pit stop, so whoever was in the back had a chance. That's how Pato O'Ward had a chance to win. It was just what it is. On the NASCAR side, it was really wet in Charlotte. It was hard to get a race in. The Truck Series was supposed to happen on Friday. Ended up getting moved to Saturday morning. Still raining. Couldn't get the race in. They had to race on Saturday night after the O'Reilly race. I'm forgetting. I don't remember the winners for those two series, but I do know on Sunday, the Cup Series race, Denny Hamlin ran good all race. Looked like he was going to win. Christopher Bell also had a heck of a race and was keeping up front, and it looked like he had a chance to beat Denny Hamlin in the Tyler Reddick, who was also leading the race. Out of nowhere, between a pit cycle and a really good pit stop, Daniel Suarez ended up being out front. Daniel Suarez got his start in NASCAR because of Kyle Busch Motorsports, and there was a rain delay, red flag that ended up completing the race because it was 4 stages of 100 laps, 400 total laps. They completed 3 stages, and there's only like 30 laps left. It came to a corner. Denny Hamlin was right under Suarez. Suarez barely was able to stay out in front when they called the yellow caution. When they called the race, Daniel Suarez was the one leading the race at the time. He wins the race. So Daniel Suarez won the Coke 600 this weekend. We are on to Nashville next week, and Nashville is a great race because the trophy is a big old guitar. And one of my favorite Nashville memories, Kyle Busch grabbed the guitar in 2009 and broke it on stage like rock stars do. Pretty epic.
Somebody going to duplicate that on Sunday.
Oh, more than likely. Took, you got anything left?
No Bubba, man. No love, man.
Fair enough. Well, with
Damn
that being,
shame, man.
with that being said, hey, I stayed under my 25-minute mark, Coach. Let's go. That's been your dash of NASCAR. What we got next?
NASCAR news.
All right, Will. You know, we're gonna start out with Angel Reese.
What is my name?
I need to pull
Be careful.
So picks up for me.
Oh,
Be careful.
all right.
Be careful. I'm warning you right now.
Put it in your pocket, Dale. Dale, how you know you gonna sneak on here and then come in bullying folks?
Well, he about to talk about Angel Reese, so I figured I need to let him know now before he says something crazy, and then I have to jump on it. So go ahead. Will,
Ooh. We talking about Dennis Rodman?
you talk about a guy that's in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So there you go.
Dennis Rodman.
So Angel Reese has recently made history. Anybody know what it is?
Worst? Never mind.
Just for you, Dale.
The best looking woman in the WNBA. How about that?
Say what?
Best looking woman in the WNBA.
Oh, wait, I got it. I got a good guess. The tallest Sports Illustrated swimsuit model.
Both
Really?
can be taken into consideration, but she became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 950 points and 850 rebounds.
Half of those her shots.
Yeah, gotta get all them bricks. She built a house.
Dale, since you are the biggest Angel Reese fan on this here podcast, how do you feel about that accomplishment, sir?
I mean, it's just more of I told you so, because when y'all were talking about her in the beginning, it was all about, she ain't big enough. She ain't gonna be able to get boards.
No one said any of these things.
She got her boards, and I said she was a walking double-double, and she proved to be a walking double-double, just like I said she would be. She living up to the hype.
This.
I love it. Congratulations, Angel Reese, the GOAT.
Toop's exact words. Where she could be like a 12-and-12 player. So he predicted double-doubles. Toop's exact words.
It's a damn shame.
Battling the demons in his head.
It's a damn shame, man. When we congratulate her, first off, of this achievement. Because coming into the league, obviously you got your positives, you got your negatives. So that wrap that up, definitely. We don't mention never how adapted she is to the world and the world adapted to her. Mm-hmm. So along with her performance so far in her career in this season, shout out to her. Hey. She's on the team now in the Dream, where honestly she's a perfect fit for them, and vice versa, because she don't have to really be the number one all day. which Dale, she don't have to score 20. I said, being in a Sky uniform, offensively, you're going to have to improve your game. Mm-hmm. This gives her a little bit more time to work on it outside of the games, but it gives her opportunity to just be who she's been. A person that's going to get 12 and about 12 to 18 rebounds. And with the Dream, she's like the second or third piece, fourth piece. So she's right now in the spot. It's the best spot for her because one thing about her we're not going to say is she doesn't go out there. She goes out there and competes. She works hard. She plays hard. I'll give her that. Shout out on her achievement. Shout out on the season so far. Shout out on the defensive stop the other day and what you had to seal a game. All we ask is just to continue the positive play on the court. And Sports Illustrated, Victoria's Secret, and all that's going to come. But make sure basketball's first. I have nothing else to say about this, man. She's doing a good job.
Great player. No one's ever said otherwise on this show. She's gonna break a record for the most missed shots from within 2 feet, though. I know that.
If we really watching the games, we see that the offensive efficiency is still not there. But I guess I got to come to realize too, even if it never does, that may not be who she is, and it's okay. It's okay.
That's what I told people from the beginning. Everybody wanted her to come in and like be Della Don like level, and like I'm like, yo, she's Dennis Rodman. It don't matter. When you say she's still a Hall of Famer, like yeah. I mean, you saying he's still a Hall of Famer? Yeah, I'm not saying that she can't be. She's a rebound machine. I don't care whose shots they are. We make fun of it about it's her shots that she's rebounding. But guess what? There's plenty of people out there bricking bum-ass shots and not getting their own rebound. So, like, I have no problem with Angel Reese.
A great pull with the Elena Della Don, though.
Yeah, like I think that's what people thought, or not thought she would be that player, but they wanted her to be that type of player. And I'm like, yo, that's not going to be where her game is. Every time she pulls up for a jump shot, I'm like, we don't got to do this. You can pass really well.
Y'all remember in the old 2K games how they used to have the hot zones? Her hot zone's by the hoop, and it's cold everywhere else.
Let's be honest. Is it?
It's cold everywhere else.
Yeah, her hot zone might be the free throw line. Like,
I've seen her airball free throws. I don't know about that.
Hey, I'm gonna be real, dog. She need to tighten up too on the free throws too. But hey, she signed with Reebok. She signed with Shaq, so I don't see that happening with him at least. But yeah, the free throws.
The Shaq thing was nepo.
I can deal with the bad field goal percentage. Okay, there's been plenty of Hall of Famers that got bad field goal percentages, I guess. But
you know, signing with Shaq was nepotism.
I mean, in a sense, yeah, because Shaq wasn't going to let her not have a deal with a sneaker label. So nepotism in the terms of that's his sister, you know what I'm saying? They stand together.
Yeah, LSU sister. That's why I said it.
Yeah. He wasn't going to let her just go out like that and have Adidas go get her where I can go probably pay you, just you more, to be at Reebok. So, you know.
I mean, those are called connections.
It's called nepotism.
You make them in life.
What nepotism is, really, but
okay.
Shaq on Reebok?
Shaq, as of a few years ago, he took over
he's like the head of the sports.
Him and AI, right?
I think he's like the head of like the production and shit like that. Yeah.
He made AI like an ambassador of the motherfucker. AI already got a lifetime contract with them, so don't like. Yeah, he just extended it. 2 lifetimes.
Okay. All right. Next, we got the our beloved Dallas Wings updates. So with the Wings, so I posted it the other night to put a funny on me, but our #1 overall pick this week had a great breakout game. Her last game, she set speaking of Ozzie Fudd, she set a WNBA rookie record with 6 made threes and scored 24 points. Now the debate continues on whether she should start, but head coach Jose Fernandez remains non-committal. He's giving cryptic messages. And do y'all think she should start?
It's the way you want to go about it. I mean, I just think during the offseason, the Wings didn't go. They went to go get pieces, but not the pieces necessarily that we thought they would go get. So now, if she continues, and shout out to her on having that great game, to flourish as the number 1 pick, you're going to have some decisions you're going to have to make because you drafted her at this position. And there's been talk through the airways of the Wings that maybe the lady that you just signed to $1 million deal may not be there so much longer. Unless you're running a 3-guard set. And in the WNBA, you're running a 3-guard set and your deficiency, and I feel like where you kind of struggle is on the defensive end in the post. Yeah, good luck with that. It won't put you points, it will put tickets, money in this people in the seats, but yeah, man, it's crazy. But she's a great talent, and I always gonna say, if you have picked that high like that, you should be starting.
So I've noticed that they are basically already doing the 3-guard set without Fudd. And Odyssey Sims is not producing like she was in the first 2 games. If they're going to do it, now's the time to do it with still getting Odyssey Sims minutes because Fudd's still transitioning. Go ahead and start it that way. I mean, Alana Smith's not doing as good as I thought she was going to be doing at the 4, but Jess Shepard has easily been our best offseason signing. She's a walking double-double. She's doing everything at the 5 position that should. Rebounds. She's also killing it with the assist game. She averages about 5 assists a game, but she's higher end of like 9 the last couple. I think now would be the time to try it, especially with Sims not doing as good as she was. Go ahead and try it since you're already basically doing a 3-guard set. What's the worst that could happen? You get down, you put in Maddie Siegrist or the bigger center that they have and move Jess Shepard to the 4 for the time being. Make it a bigger team and then play defense, get back in the game with limited offense from, Arike and Paige, and then move back to a 3-guard set since you guys got an offense flowing and the defense will compensate for it. So, I don't know. I think it's a good idea to go ahead and try it. Why not?
I mean, yeah, you're kind of in a situation where you're going to kind of have to.
The worst that can happen is Ozzy looks bad for a while. And if that happens, now people are questioning the pick. Now people are starting that story back up about did they only pick her because Paige is there? Is that a bad idea? Is that how you should be running your franchise? And it can spiral out of control real quick. But you drafted her 1 for a reason. And I'm sure it wasn't Paige. So let her cook, man. Like, she got to learn, man. She ain't going to learn on that bench too much, man. She got to play.
Yeah, that's the thing. When they didn't have her on the bench for most of the game, I think Odyssey Sims played 8 minutes and she played 32 or whatever it was. So, and she had 24 points because you're leaving her out on the court for a chance to get warm, get hot, and start scoring. That's her whole thing. When she gets rolling, she's going.
My thing is everybody yapping about, like, should she start? Y'all losing the plot entirely because it doesn't make a difference. Being in the starting lineup is only going to matter when it comes time to be paid. That's the only time being in the starting lineup means anything. The truth is, as long as she's getting minutes, y'all realize one of the greatest players in NBA history, one of the greatest players, champion, Manu Ginobili, didn't start.
6-man.
But everyone knew he was a starter. But the way they played their system, they preferred him to come off the bench because it's a punch and scoring, and he could play make. He could just do everything. So it was like you bring him off the bench, and when our first star goes to take a breather, we have one of the best players in the league, Manu Ginobili, coming on the court for that. It doesn't like her starting is not relevant right now. People want it because it's just a story-driven thing. That's all it is. It's a narrative. It does not make it. If you give her 30 minutes a game, it does not matter if those minutes start at the beginning of the game or whenever the first substitution is. It doesn't make a difference. In fact, I would say keep her coming off the bench for a little while. Why? Because when you come off the bench, you're not necessarily facing the other team's best. And that'll give her the ability to just come in and get buckets, which is what she's known to do. Just come in and just eat their food, no problem. Yeah, look, if you want to start her, go ahead. But everyone pressing the coach and the GMs and the franchise to start her, I think is a bad idea. Because there's no need for this. What is the rush? Why are y'all rushing to start Ozzy? That's what I don't understand.
And like you said, Will, if she's getting minutes, doesn't matter.
Who gives a shit?
Hey, listen here, man. Wings basketball, man, at 4-3 right now. If they want to keep that record pushing up, then they better go stop that girl that they drafted at number 1. Straight up like that. Unless you don't and you want to keep rattling with giving her minutes like that, then this and that, and then you end up in a Big E role.
What is starting her change? I'll ask you that too. What is starting her change?
Starting her just changes the philosophy that your team. I'd rather you start them and knowing that we have 3 guards, and if we lose, then have her sit on the bench and we have nothing going for us, and then you want to put it in and kind of be the recycle bin. No, but she deserves to be in the lineup.
They have something going.
But she needs. But honestly, to agree with you, she still needs some time. That game against the Liberty, that outburst for her, that's great to see. Absolutely, against a good team. But I'm not saying to start her right away, but eventually you're gonna have to. This is just the way they constructed to me. And she's better than all these other guards, and then other guards being in the lineup as the third girl, then she for sure is gonna have that probably within the next month.
All right, Tube, I got a question. So, random player A plays 30 minutes of a 40-minute game. Do you think that's a starter already just off of seeing that?
Most times, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
yes.
and then retrospectively, you find out that person's a bench player, but you just got producing numbers from a starter that had 30 minutes off the bench. It doesn't matter if they're starting or not. If they're getting minutes, it doesn't matter. It's not how you start the game. It's about how you finish it.
I would say that if this was the NBA, this is not the NBA. This is the WNBA. You play your horses. In this case, you play your horses.
But they're playing. That's the point. The 30 minutes says they're playing.
You play your horses. You start her, and this is the reason thing. You're playing the 30 minutes. You want to start her, but we already know why you ain't start. We know this. We know why she ain't starting. We know why.
You enlighten us.
I don't.
Stop it.
Enlighten us.
Yeah, come on, man. We can't hide under the blankets all year. That girl has talent. That girl has enough talent to be in the starting lineup. She's getting 30 minutes, absolutely. Hey, those are starting minutes, but she's a starter. If she was any other team in the WNBA right now, she's a starter.
Okay,
and Dallas,
she's not on any other team.
And Dallas is not the best team in the league, so why are you keeping out the rotation like that? Why are you keeping out the starting lineup? She should be starting. I think she should be starting.
I know what your answer to this question is going to be. It's going to be about where they're picked, but just in terms of it's the same exact situation except a different placement of the pick. Kobe did not start.
What to me, because this is my ideal. My ideal was for them to go get a front court presence or to sign or trade for Angel Reese. That was my prediction going into the offseason. So when you went to go get Ozzy for that one, in my mind, I'm like, hey, you might as well run the 3-guard set with her. Well, I was surprised when they said she wasn't starting. Come on, dog.
We all were.
She got talent. She should be starting.
We all
know
were.
why
She's
she
the
ain't
first
starting,
overall
dog.
pick.
They don't want to have that press conference, and they're like, oh, so what are you and Paige eat tonight after your first starting game? No, we don't. Nobody wants to hear that, but guess what? We're going to have to hear it. Let's go through it. Put that girl on the court. She should be starting.
Look, there's no doubt about the talent and that she's good enough. No one's questioning that part at all. But yeah, if they just want to slow play it, look, that's their choice, man. Like I said, starting her doesn't actually in this situation really change anything. It's just for the people, I guess. It's for the people who go to the games. It's for the fans who we pay to come see her play. We want to see her in the starting lineup. I get that, but that's the equivalent of the parent in the stands at a little league game saying, "Start my kid." Like, I want to see him play. Like, it's the same thing.
And that's why I say this is not the NBA. Because if this is the NBA,
it's not about NBA. It's about professional sports.
It's about professional sports, one, but two, as well, it has to do with winning too. So if you're not winning, You know what I'm saying? Then you can't do shit like
So
that.
get her out
if you're
there.
Popovich in San Antonio and you're winning, you can get away with starting Ginobili and coming Ginobili off the bench. You can't get away too much
What's the
longer
record?
with having her. They're 4-3. They're 6. They're 6 in the I believe they're 6.
So look
in
at it
the
this
league,
way.
or
Look at it this way. They're 4-3, and they picked first for a reason.
they're 6 in the Western Conference right now. So that right now in the Western Conference, they are
What? Almost.
they're the low. They're the low of the low right now. So something's gonna change, and that's gonna be a change.
Yeah,
it'll
it'll happen. I just say no, it'll happen sooner than later. But I just don't think any need to rush it. I don't think it really changes much. But yeah, I agree. Like she's good enough to play.
Love the Wings 4-3. Aces tomorrow, man. Support.
If you
the
think
Wings, baby.
If you think she's better than Eddie Jones, then sit Eddie Jones down.
All right. Next up, we got the NBA Conference Finals. Now we're gonna start with the obvious. New York Knicks are at 11-0 in the playoffs. They swept. It wasn't even sweep. They beat the you know what out of the Cavaliers. So park that for a minute. Over to the game. We got games 5 coming up. Game 6.
Game 6 coming up in the Western Conference Finals. Correct.
Okay, so first off, who surprised you in the Western Conference Finals so far, and who disappointed you?
No surprises. I think everybody's doing exactly what they're doing. I think we're watching the birth of a superstar in Wemby. However, I think we're gonna see that he's still young. Couple of, like that last game, I think he was 4 for 14. I know he's young. It's the first time on the stage. You can't have that game. Can't have that game. But you're gonna need to have those games to get to where he wants to go. To get to the greatness that he wants to be, you're gonna need to have a game like that. Everyone has it at different points. Took, you already know. I'm gonna go to the number one. Kobe had the 3 air balls. I mean, against the Jazz, and that was defining. He talked about it constantly. It was defining for his career. I think this 4 for 14, especially if they lose this series, I think this will be one that Wemby circles back to about how bad of a game that was. He just because it wasn't just that he was 4 for 14. It was that the 4 for 14 took him out of his game because he suddenly wasn't rotating as much. He wasn't weak side helping as much. He wasn't getting out to that corner 3 as much. Why? Because he was stuck in his head about being 4 for 14 and not contributing the way he's used to on offense. So that's going to be something he's got to deal with. And I think he will. The kid's great. So I'm not going to say there's any – I truly don't believe there's any surprises for me in this series so far. Other than okay, I'll give you one surprise. Not a player. It's the refs. I am, oh, wow, what a weird sentence. Kind of proud of the refs in this series alone because they have not bailed Shai out.
They did last night.
The internet's saying so much different, but I'm glad.
But
I'm
that's
glad
the
you
thing.
have an
Like,
unbiased opinion. I'm cool.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you look at his free throw trips in other series and during the season, it's down by a lot. Yeah, he's not going as much.
There's a set of brothers that are refs that are apparently getting absolutely trashed online for SGA help. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
No, look, yeah, everybody still is going to be annoyed by his flopping and everything. And you know what it is, Jake? The people are complaining still right now because I'll tell you this: he's still not getting as many trips to the line as he normally does. But he's gotten a few that are atrocious. Like
I heard
really,
the one that he didn't even get touched and he purposely kicked out his leg before he fell.
So Fox stepped up, didn't even put the hands up, kept his hands down by his sides and swiveled around him, didn't make contact, but he threw his legs out, and from the angle of the ref, they just called it because he gets the benefit of that every time. That being said, he's not getting the same amount of trips. And they're not bailing on every time.
You brought that up, but the thing that was funny to me about that is De'Aaron Fox's reaction. He turned around, was just like, of course.
Because what can I do? I played that as good as I possibly can, and you gave him 2 free throws.
Yeah, and they
said
he said he's very against challenging in the first half or first quarter or whatever it was. He's like, I'm just let it go. I don't even care, and he just walked away.
Right. See, look what Mike said. He has more free throws and field goals in the playoffs, this shit is gross. Right. But if you go and look, most of that is from previous series. They kind of tightened up for this series. He's gotten a few nonsense ones. What can you do? Oh, yeah, he got it. Yeah, this is pathetic to watch right here. Oh, is this even the one?
No, with the DR.
This is the whole. Yeah, this is a. Yeah, there's no foul.
Compilation.
Yeah, it's compilation. There's no foul there. There's no foul there. So the ones that he is getting are just nonsense. That's a foul.
Y'all better stop stepping. Y'all better stop stepping. Y'all better stop stepping into that man his jumper zone. My man's already great in the league.
But he's already 6'6" and he kicks his legs. There's almost no way to not get in his zone. Like you have to defend him.
And I'm gonna go back to this. There's gonna be at some point, the referees are gonna completely clean this up. And hey, to mention Cole was a guy that used to do this all the time. And then I guess one night he had kicked somebody, and I guess he hit a field goal to like tie it or like win the game. And they called it back because he did that. So, Jeremy McCain,
Reggie Miller rolling over in his grave.
Jeremy McCain's hooping. That's what I want to say. That's a surprise to me. Not a real surprise. So I'm happy for him that he's hooping 76ers. You blew this one up. Game 5 winners usually win the series. That's not a good way to go out if you're staying in. But if you're Wemby, you got a whole bunch of energy in you for your Game 7, which is Game 6. And you better come and hoop. And you better give a triple-double. You better give some out-of-the-world numbers because that's the only way San Antonio is going to survive.
So does SGA have like a true jump shot since he tries to flop on every shot? Does he have a true, like, this is my whole form of my jump shot? Does he have one?
Yeah.
The mid-range king.
Okay.
Yeah. So range 3-point, he can do it all.
Y'all remember maybe last year or 2 years ago? Y'all kind of roasted your boy a little bit.
What?
Because I wasn't an SGA fan because of this shit. I saw it when they played the Mavs. Hey, I'm not taking that away. But I'm like, come on, dog.
I mean, the only thing I roast you about is not watching college basketball because I'm not much of an NBA watcher, so fair.
Roast you back.
Yeah. College basketball is real basketball. Come on.
Allegedly,
so
real basketball where no one can shoot. Yeah, it's fun.
So this Jay Will right here.
Rooting for him is because he plays through all that shit. He plays through all.
Unless he hits you with an elbow, but yes,
the one time he retaliates. But then you watch, contradictorily, when you watch OKC play, every single call, every single time they shoot, SGA is landing in somebody's region. He's falling down, and you're just like, how do I root for that? I see why I can root for that. I can't root for that.
You're rooting for ethical hoops.
As a fan of the game, I just want to see the game respected. And there are times when I watch OKC play, I don't feel like they respect the process of the game. It's too much.
But as a competitor, you understand that the Thunder are doing what works for them and what wins.
Sure. But when you fall down 95% of every shot that you take in the fourth quarter, at some point, and I'm glad that the refs are not calling it, I get psychologically exhausted. It makes me check out of the game.
But that's
There was a stat that said he was on the ground more than standing up in the last couple games. I think it was. I thought I saw there was a stat somewhere that said that. Thought it was wild.
You know what this is, and people need to just deal with it. What this really is, and I'm not gonna blame OKC. It's gross and not fun to watch, but I refuse to blame OKC because you know what this is. This is the tush push. That's all this is. Everybody has access.
That too.
Everybody could do it. Stop it. Now, the only difference between the tush push that I would say is that it's harder to say stop it to the players when this is kind of a league problem. So the league has to stop it. Y'all need to train your refs better. Y'all need to have y'all refs not getting fooled. If you need one more ref out on the court so that you can get better angles and not get tricked by my man throwing his legs out and no one touching him and him falling, then do that. But somebody has to stop this shit. They're playing to how the rules work. That's all they're doing. Every team.
SGA, go play soccer.
It's really just like it's always been. Back in the day, Jordan used to get that whistle all the time. All right. There's a highlight of Jordan hitting a jump shot right before you pushed his man off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Offensive foul for sure.
He has been doing this for years. Like stars get whistles. That's what it is. That's what it is. Stars get whistles.
Dale putting something into a basketball topic that actually means something. I did not have that on my bingo card tonight.
You should let him. You should let him make it, Jake.
I did. I said let him rock. I said let that man
You see
cook.
this? You see this right here? Oh yeah, he was basketball. Will, this is the type of nonsense all started when one guy came into the NBA, and it's gotten worse over the duration of his whole career. So here's the thing. The problem is, Mike, this is why Jordan guys or anti-LeBron guys, this is why y'all fail so often. Y'all have the leverage anyway. It's MJ. In your era, you have it. And yet you make comments like that because Vlade Divac was flopping way worse than anybody before LeBron ever got into the league. So unless the player you're speaking of is Vlade Divac, then you're full of shit, my guy, and you know that.
But to Divac's defense, he had no other defense. Guarding Shaq, right? Shaq big ass just get there and start knocking people over. That's the whole reason why they created the circle under the goal to begin with.
And he's not the only one. He's not the only one. If you want to see one of the greatest leg kicks to draw fouls, look no further than what we could. Reggie Miller. We consider him one of the greatest shooters of all time. All he did was draw fouls.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
To say that this started with Braun is crazy.
No.
So I'm pretty sure Tuke has already seen this before.
What's up, y'all? Dylan. I got something to reveal from Underdog. Unethical hoops. Fine.
Facts, Mike.
Open this up. All right, we set up. Let's see what the board looks like. Red snap. A lot of people do that. Hook was James Harden's move. Push off.
This is brilliant.
You know I don't foul.
I love that it's Dylan. Perfect for this.
So you see that red? Oh. Next player's turn. Get yours when you come out at unethicalsports.com and play your game with your friends and family and get reacquainted with the new foul beating from the villain.
Not all heroes win capes.
Let's go.
That's great. Dylan is the man for that. That's what being a real troll look like. That's a real troll right there. He's on the court with it. He's off the court with it. That's trolling at his finest.
Give him a lifetime contract, Phoenix.
I'm telling you, man, when LeBron writes his book, Dylan Brooks is gonna have a chapter or a sub-chapter all to himself.
He gonna give him a paragraph, maybe. But I agree. He should have a chapter because he lives rent-free in his head, but
when he came to the Lakers game, dog, when we got swept, dog, that's
bro, sitting in the stands is hilarious, bro. It's just so good.
All right.
Brooks.
Also, recently we had the announcement of the All NBA team. Unanimous selections on the first team. You had Shai and the Joker. Wemby got 99 first team votes.
Mm-hmm.
Luka got he appeared on all 100 ballots, and Cade got 98 ballots, strong first team support. So Shai, the Joker, Wemby, Luka, and Cade are your first teams. Your second team, Jaylen Brown, Kawhi, Donovan Mitchell, KD, and Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, it's funny. I would argue, like, in a bottle, just in a vacuum, I think Cade had a better performance this year. But when you add context of everything that the Celtics had to like come back from in terms of all the players lost and Tatum not being there, I think Jalen belonged on first team probably over him. But other than that, solid list, man. I ain't really mad at it, and I'm not mad at it. And considering how Jalen ended the season, I ain't mad that he didn't get first team.
Your third team is Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duren, and Chet.
Shout out to
you could have made a case for Jalen Johnson being in second team. He had a year.
One noticeable that wasn't on there, LBJ.
Shout out to that, man.
He's a
1,000. That means the league's trying to go a different way.
But it was only he was ineligible because he played 365 games. Only the second time in his 23 season career that he didn't make any All NBA team.
Nah, he's too busy managing his loads now.
Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown got screwed. He definitely did. But did he really get screwed? And I'll go into it right now. Basically, you have your All-NBA team. Cade wouldn't have been on the All-NBA team if they would have just kept that rule in effect when he got hurt. But I guess they fought it that he got hurt at this point in the season. He should be eligible for awards. So, yes, that spot is not Cade. That spot is Jaylen's. Absolutely. But where it turns is that vital Spurs game where you got ejected and not one game should take you away, but that game took him away from that consideration in terms of first team. He should have been a first teamer, but he got screwed by the NBA, a.k.a. letting Cade Cunningham, you know what I'm saying, rock. And two, you screwed yourself because when it got heavy and the pressure got heavy, you win in regular one night with a referee, and I'm not saying people don't, but you did. And in a world where you're already being the underdog anyway, you make yourself more of an underdog, man. But second team all NBA for him is dope, man. I looked at the list, man. He wasn't on I don't think he was on an all NBA team last year. Well, he probably was third or second. But shout out to him, man. Keep pushing, and you'll be on a new team next season.
Hey, Will, you know, I forgot on the last portion, I said the surprises from the Thunder, Spurs. I got one name. Jared McCain.
Yeah, I said that. Jared McCain, man.
Yeah, he brought him.
There.
My bad.
No, he brought him McCain, but McCain's issue's always been minutes. Like the first season he got hurt, didn't really play. Second season they traded him to the Thunder, which was an absolute thievery by Sam Presti again. And he got buried on the team that's like already solidified, a championship team, and got good guards. But they finally found some minutes for him with somebody hurt, and he lit people on fire because the kid's good.
My bad.
It's all good. Man's gonna get a good deal. Eventually. Just keep playing how you're playing. He gonna rock, man. But yeah, I couldn't really look at Alex Caruso. Not surprising, but yeah, he's been
just does it.
up.
I'd love for that to be a surprise, but he does it to everyone every time.
Listen here, my last little bit of NBA chatter is the Knicks. They do not have the most dominant run in basketball. They have the most dominant last games in NBA history, but they are not. Do you remember Are we serious? We talk about the Lakers of 01 that basically swept to the finals until
y'all lost one to the answer, my dog.
The Knicks lost 2 to the Hawks, so don't get me started on the Knicks top best run all time.
I know it's funny.
So,
but it's great basketball.
Have you guys seen this before?
No.
This happened in '92. A retired Dr. J versus Kareem.
Oh, was it a charity game?
Get that shit out.
Oh, yes, I definitely seen this. Before. They putting up bricks. They was out there letting it fly.
So I think they said when this happened, Kareem was 45 and Dr. J was 42.
Still got the hook shot, bro. That's crazy.
Julius Erving making jump shots. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Hitting pull-ups. He took the worst shot in basketball, a long two.
Do you think we ever see something like this again?
No.
Too much pride involved. Oh! 42 on 45, crime right there. He banged on, bro. That's nuts.
I mean,
with the gray spot. You see that? Ain't nobody ever dunked on a 7'3" man with a gray spot. That's wild work right there.
You see cameras everywhere, and it's crazy because anything that happens nowadays, you see on the camera. There's a lot of run, and hoop that goes on during the summer. That's your only chance of it happening. But for all these people videotaping stuff, won't we videotape some guys getting cooked in the summertime? I know it happened a few years ago with
they confiscate those.
DeJounte Murray and Paolo Banchero. They were going back and forth in the summer league, and that was interesting. I like to see stuff like that, man. No doubt.
Mike said, "Yes, I remember this." I know he was there. He was a grown ass man already.
Oh man.
So, one last thing on NBA. Obviously they pulled the trigger on my man J Kidd. He's out as the Dallas Mavericks head coach. But one of the names that came up.
Oh
wow.
Lord.
Why you gotta go? Oh Lord, you supposed to be supporting.
Oh Lord.
What happened?
No. I support. But the NBA ain't gonna support. That's why I said, "Oh Lord," because this
Hey, Becky Hammond. They got Becky
This will be a
Hammond.
second. This will be a second big market. Well, not big market, but second big city team. That actually had interest in her. The New York Knicks had some interest last year. They said before they hired Mike Brown.
What a reason why I asked this, and I was curious on this because obviously the new man in charge over at with the Mavericks, he's got a reputation. He did interview Hammonds 1 year for the Raptors position. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, listen here. This is what I'm gonna say. Any coaching decision that's made, Cooper Flag better be in that room. Because if Cooper Flag ain't sort of sign off on anything, and I'm not even talking about just the GOAT here, Dar Staley, talk about anybody. Anybody could be presentable and representative enough to have this job. But Cooper Flag better have at least a 25% say on who the new coach is. Because that's ultimately who you want to make happy.
Now I know they had rumors of Jake. What's the head coach at Duke?
John Shire.
So I know his name's come up as a rumor, but they don't think he's going to leave Duke because he's only been there with 4 seasons, I think.
4 seasons.
But the guy that I think they're going to get, because first of all, for them to let Kidd go now, then they've already got somebody in mind. They've already either threw out some failures or they know that this person is interested. I think the guy that's interested is a guy that was here before. He's currently in San Antonio right now.
Carlisle? No, where's Carlisle?
I know, right? Sweeney.
Oh, okay. Why you got hit?
Oh yeah, he's making waves right now.
Man, hit the
he was like an assistant. He was like an assistant. He was an assistant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. He been here before, so I just put it up. They've been here before.
He's like, I don't get a lot of chances to use this, so I mean, you said it, so I did it.
He got Mazai Jerry there. He's definitely cleaning stuff up, trying to clean stuff up. Yeah, Dallas. We for years though we've been talking about how disgusting the organization is behind the scenes, and I mentioned the coach a few weeks ago how I was like, this kid been quiet this season, real quiet, like you know what I'm saying. You haven't really heard nothing, like nothing.
Anybody reach out to Gino?
No, Gino would never. Gino would never ever get it. Well, I can't say that, but he would never want an NBA job. And I know the NBA scouts and all that have put on their list not to ask him for an interview at all because they know he did.
Bro, he's happy being the most prolific girl dad in history. He just wants to be like the father to all these children, and he's good. He's good with the women game. I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I just don't think he has any incentive to. And I get it, money, but he's already paid crazy.
I'm not leaving no college job for the league. Seeing what's going on now in the case of
not at that age,
sports, especially at that age, I'm not leaving a college job for the league. I'm not.
No chance. For what?
I know we talked about it here briefly the other night. When Ray J got cooked in the ring.
I wasn't here for that. That was last night, right?
Huh?
He was getting in the hospital right now. Yeah, that's crazy.
So, like Martin. Did you guys see this one? The pregame and stuff.
Believe in a fucking wheelchair. That boy, Lance Stevenson, about to knock you the fuck out.
Shout out to everybody in wheelchairs.
You finish tomorrow.
Why are you so aggressive?
I don't fuck with you.
You don't gotta fuck with me.
I looked up your highlights last night. I couldn't find shit. Fucking weak ass career.
Stop talking to my homie like that.
You're irrelevant.
That's
Nobody
my
fucking
nigga,
knows
bro.
you.
You have some motherfucking respect.
You're 50 years old. Hey, you already got CTE. You ain't even fight tomorrow yet. Yo, come on. What's up? What's up?
You're a fucking dork all hyped
For
up.
disrespect Leon, nigga. That's just a smash, nigga.
Motherfucker, aren't you? Do it for the clip. We know you need it.
NFL career.
We know you need it.
Weak ass NFL career.
We can step outside right after. I'll beat the fuck out of you for sure. Come on.
I'll join you fat fucking little.
Such a bitch.
Hey, that's a bad word.
Who told you about that fucking
Hold on.
sweater, fucking fuck ass?
Don't use that word. I got a lot of gay friends.
Checkered ass fucking shirt out of here, you little fuck.
I slap the fucking daylights out of you, nigga. You polka dot wearing ass bitch.
Pussy.
Johnny.
You little polka dot bitch.
Come on. Let's
go.
Hey,
Hey,
let's go.
you throw just as good as Johnny.
Do something right now.
You throw just as good as Johnny. Security. You got the same accuracy as Johnny.
Security. And we'll fuck you up, nigga. Don't ever talk to Johnny Manziel like that.
Yo, Johnny, how are you going to wear the mouthpiece tomorrow for the fight when you got Drake's dick all the way down your throat,
Well,
bitch?
you gonna have my dick down your mouth right now, nigga, after I shoot my throat, bitch.
That's not true.
Little bitch. Fuck you, nigga. Don't ever talk about Johnny Manziel like that, nigga.
What the fuck is going on?
You'll be drinking my by the morning, nigga. You will be the first nigga that ever got pregnant, nigga.
Well, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Security, be careful. That's a Burberry sweater.
Mr. Rogers sweater and shit.
What'd I do?
Yeah, why you got the sweater on from GTA?
What I do?
Nah, that whole comedy, that whole segment was crazy. And what they didn't clip, which I thought they would clip on that one, was when the guy was going back and forth with Johnny Manziel about his career, his opponent was going about his career, and basically Johnny Manziel's like, you know, I'm a Heisman, you know what I'm saying, made more money than you, still making more money than you. Johnny Manziel, out of all those people, had the best weekend. He got a TKO, and he's gonna be on another card, and I want to see Johnny Manziel on another card, man. All those other guys, Stevenson trash. Michael Beasley too big to be losing to Lance Stevenson. And
Beasley taller. Lance is stocky though, bro.
Nah, but this
And he's been in real fights.
I just don't.
I'm sure Beasley has too. He won his mouth full career.
Yeah, man. I just think Beasley wasn't even in the MMA experience. I just like, hey, let's go, let's do it, whatever. I heard reportedly that fight was for some money that Stevenson owed Beasley. Apparently.
I'm not super hyped on the exploitation of the mental states of Ray J and Michael Beasley.
Yeah, Ray J, another story, dog.
It's like trying to go get Delonte West to fight.
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
Sick.
Bro.
He's messed
exactly
up. Now he's in the hospital bed. That's crazy, man. Ray J, man. Stay out the ring, man. Put your hands down. Don't put your hands up no more, man.
Turn that flashlight off.
Ray J, I knew I should have swung at you in Cali when I had a chance, dog, because anybody getting hits off you, dog.
Yeah, Ray J. Also, bro, I don't got a problem with it. Let me say that first and foremost. But he need to just come out that closet, bro. Like for real.
That was provided by Happy Punch. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out to
now, got a couple more clips for you guys before we get into the NFL stuff. Where did it go?
It's a 2.5-hour show. We cooking. Slow cook.
This one. Did you guys see the Super Regional between Texas Tech and Florida?
Yes. Oh my God.
This is epic. I was so hyped about this. So hyped. I think I said this in the chat.
So for those that haven't seen it, like Dale.
Of course, because his team's on vacation.
Very dominant during the regular season, struggled in the Big 12 tournament, did not win it, was beat by Arizona State. Had to come back against Ole Miss, down 8 runs. They did. And in this series, the battle back and forth, and Florida does not come out to shake hands.
No. Texas Tech was lining up along the third baseline, and Florida walked back into the dugout, and now some of the Tech players are getting into it a bit, and the coaches are trying to shepherd them back towards one another.
All right, before we get into it, hey, y'all should be a better school, but fuck y'all, trading ass bitch. Look, the reason why we did this, and I was super conflicted here because the whole reason this is even smoke is because by far the best player on Texas Tech's team is ex-Florida Gator and daughter of Jason Williams, White Chocolate. White Chocolate's daughter is an absolute savage in softball. I'm not talking about just a good player. I mean, like walk-off after big hit after walk-off. She basically won this fucking entire tournament. I mean, this entire series on her bat. Like, obviously, it takes the whole team to play the game, but every single big hit was hers. Like, and she smoked Florida for this. Now, we won the second game by a big margin, beat them down, but there was just a lot of problems. Now, what I don't like is, I get it. Your butt hurt that she's a traitor, and you ain't feel like coming out to shake hands. But pick one or the other. You don't get to be a bad sportsman twice. Because what they also did, aside from not going out to shake hands at the end of this game in series, was they plunked her like 6 times in this series.
5-6 times, yeah.
Five, yeah. Yo, they hit her 5 fucking times, man. And some of these times
in 3
they
games.
hit her. and now, here's my thing. I get it. You want to walk her because she's yelling you. And you also got beef with her. Seems like a win-win. Bam, I can hit her, and I get her on base, get her out of here because I don't want her swinging the bat. Every time she does, it turns into a souvenir. So, with that being said, you plunked her the 5 times. Y'all had y'all smoked. You kicked up some dirt, whatever you want to call it. Come out and shake hands, man. Florida be better than that. I get it. She traded on y'all, and y'all don't get y'all get back. But you did get your get back. You punked her 5 times, all right? You hit the woman 5 times with a softball from like 40 feet away. Like, just call it a day. Take the L, be better, but also fuck them.
Hey, all I got to say is SEC energy. What do you expect?
You heard?
Yeah, man. Epic weekend. Epic for Texas Tech. Not so epic for Florida. Yeah, man. I mean, if you haven't watched the softball game before, maybe that, because a lot of people seen it, will give you an introduction to it.
Also, speaking on that exact point, because that's a great point, too. You want to bring eyes to the game. Everyone getting mad and talk about toss him, get rid of him, because he did get tossed for a moment during this game, one of these games, White Chocolate. He got tossed because he was wilding in the stands. So they tossed him, but they let him back in, and then they held him off the field while the teams weren't shaking hands. And finally, he came out into the field, gave them a whole big pep talk after that win. And I love. A lot of times we don't get to see the players in good light outside of the court, and then a lot of times we don't get to see them. If we do, we don't see them in real light. It's always like very catered, and it's on a television show and edited and all that stuff like that. I love being able to see these athletes after their career is over just being themselves, like unabashedly, like they just get to be them. And Jason Williams is having one of the best. I'm just gonna be White Chocolate for the rest of my life after my career. Like, his life has been amazing. He obviously is raising a great daughter. By the way, she got on and did her little talk after with her presser, and all she talked about was like, yeah, I knew this was going to be big. It's big for our whole team, but she's like, I'm not going to lie, just like her daddy. I'm not going to lie. I asked the entire team, you always have my back, but I need y'all to have it double for this series. I need y'all to have my back because this one means a little something more, and y'all know it does. Most athletes get up there and say, no, just a series. Didn't mean anything more. I mean, none of just toting company line. That's not that's not who her daddy is, and that's not who her daddy raised. And so I love the player. I'm mad she left Florida, obviously, but 1-0 for the best for her. She's phenomenal. Incredible player. And shout out to J-Dub, man. He's living it up.
Already. Excellent story. So I got another excellent story in college sports. This guy, well, first of all, shout out to ESPN on that last clip. This one from a guy named Jared Martino.
Oh, shout out to my man Jared, man. That's my guy right here.
That's my cousin in there.
Crazy story. Here you go.
I'm one of the only psychos that played college football at every single level, so let's break down my college journey. So after putting up almost 7,000 yards of offense and 81 touchdowns in high school and playing in the same All-American game as Kayvon Thibodeau, I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I'm going to have like every single offer in the country, right? But no, that is not what happened to me. I ended up getting 2 half scholarships, one to FCS Sacred Heart and one to Merrimack that was D2, and they were just making the jump to D1. And I had 2 preferred walk-on spots at Rutgers and UMass. And I graduated in 2019, so the whole like, oh, oh, let me just go to a small school, hit the portal, and transfer up. Wasn't really a thing. So my thought process was, I don't really want to pay every single year at an FCS. Let me go walk on, bet on myself, and get a full scholarship. I finished up my high school career in Connecticut, but I'm from Massachusetts, so I thought the best option for me was taking the PWO at UMass. And by the way, for football content from someone who actually lived it, be sure to hit that follow button. But I'm immediately cooked the second I get on campus at UMass because I actually injured my back 2 weeks before going to school. Didn't think anything of it, thought it would get better. It didn't. I find out I'm born with spinal stenosis and I have to get back surgery. So the dream of betting on myself immediately turns into a nightmare. So obviously that freshman year in 2019 is cooked, but then the next year COVID decides to hit. So we get sent back home and they also tell me, hey, Jared, you're going to play defense this next year. And that is the last thing I wanted to hear. I went to UMass to play running back. But that is ultimately super ironic and you'll understand if you continue to watch this video. So with no film and coming off an injury, I decide, nah, I'm going to leave UMass. This isn't the spot for me. And I have no offers, obviously, when I do this. So I end up having to go the JUCO route at Independence Community College. Yes, the school that was on Last Chance U. You guys always ask. And yeah, man, JUCO coaches are definitely out here selling dreams, but man, they can sell that dream really good. They got me when they said, oh, if you go here, ball out, you could probably go bigger than UMass. Once they said that, I was sold, and I was on the first flight to Independence, Kansas. And despite having like 12 other running backs in the room, like 4 Division I bounce backs, I'm looking like I'm going to be the starter for the spring 2021 season because COVID got canceled for 2020, so we were playing in the spring. Yeah, that ultimately doesn't end up happening because I end up getting a Liz Frank injury a week before our first game in the spring, and I have to get surgery, my second surgery before ever playing in a college football game. So I had to get 2 surgeries on my foot. They had to do one to put the screws in, and then a couple months later, they had to take the screws out, and I was really rushing this rehab because I was trying to play in the fall of 2021 because I figured if I don't play then, my football career is probably cooked. So yeah, somehow, some way, I'm actually able to play in our first game for Independence. I actually end up scoring a touchdown, and for the first 3 weeks of the season, I'm like leading the conference in rushing. It's looking great. I think I led the conference in rushing touchdowns, and I'm thinking like, yo, this could be a cool little story. I'm going to transfer back D1. Like, everything is going to be great. For catching on to the theme, that does not happen for me. That's just not how my story was supposed to be written. I end up re-injuring my foot, and I end up missing like 2 games, and I just wasn't the same this whole season. But I actually still end up getting some Division II offers, and I end up committing to Missouri Southern State University, a Division II school in the MIAA in Joplin, Missouri. And honestly, at first, I thought this was going to be a really good spot for me. But, you know, sometimes in life, things just don't work out. And yeah, as you can see, the numbers, they were not numbering. So mid-season comes along. I'm sitting there like, bro, this is already my 3rd school. I've had 3 surgeries. Like, I'm in Missouri. I want to go back home. Like, football's not for me, bro. I'm hanging up the cleats. So I end up going back home, start working at UPS. You know, I'm making some pretty good money. It was like the seasonal thing, so I wasn't like a full-time UPS employee. Like, didn't have the big truck. I was working out of my car. It wasn't bad. You know, the money was good. As time goes on, I'm sitting there kind of like, damn, I did all this for my football career, sacrificed so much, put my parents through so much, and I don't even have a degree. Like, bro, let me go back to school and try and get this degree and I guess see what happens. So I end up going to Division III Framingham State University to play linebacker. And yes, I know if I had just done this at the beginning, a lot of things would have been different, but you know, God has a plan for everybody, and this was supposed to be my journey. I ended up leading the country in tackles for loss. I had like 12 sacks. I think I was 5th in the country. I have the longest interception in program history. Like, I was balling, man. Like, this was a great season for me. But believe it or not, I still have 1 season of eligibility after this season. So I decided to hit the transfer portal, and I end up getting 10 offers, 5 Division I offers and 5 Division II offers. It really comes down to 3 schools, one of them being CCSU, Central Missouri, which was a Division II school in the same conference of the Division II team I played in before, and North Alabama, another Division I FCS school, and this was going to be the school that I committed to. And all 3 of these were full scholarships, but North Alabama ends up falling through. So I end up committing to Central Connecticut State University, and I'm still like one of the only people that's gone from D3 to D1 on a full scholarship. Pretty dope. And it was like a full circle moment because I graduated high school in Connecticut, and I had known the defensive coordinator for like ever. And yes, this is supposed to be the year. I went from D3 to D1. We're going to ball out. Everything's going to be great, right? So in the most anticlimactic way ever, I end up re-injuring that same back that I had surgery on, and I'm like, damn, this is going to be it for me. I essentially have to hang up the cleats. I made a very tough decision to walk away from my 6th year of eligibility. My body just couldn't do it, man. And I was like, hey, let me get a head start on this whole life thing. Let me lock in on this content thing and see where we can go. So whenever kids ask me for advice about college and what they should do, I always say just be very intentional with your decision, because I was the same kid that was like, oh no, everything's going to go great. I'm going to have this amazing story and I'm just going to bet on myself, which, don't get me wrong, was amazing. It was awesome. But I also had to face reality a couple times times, man, because this college journey was anything but smooth. It was an absolute roller coaster. But believe it or not, I am grateful. Do I recommend this journey? Hell no, absolutely not. But I've learned so much, and I can give so much advice to a lot of kids in a lot of different situations.
Sounds like somebody from Massachusetts, dog, on the football tip.
Yeah, it's up and down over here, man. That's how it be. Life's a struggle when like 3/4 of the year you're covered in snow, bro, and freezing cold. Yeah, man, that's a crazy journey though. Like,
I followed that man. I found out he was from Massachusetts. I started following him a few years ago, man. Got good content. And watch out for his content as well, man. Got some good QBs and good players football-wise in Massachusetts that are getting good looks, man, from some of your favorite schools. So.
Yeah, his first mistake was going to UMass.
Yeah. UMass, man, the stadium sucks. The campus sucks.
It's all bad.
Football-wise.
All bad.
The campus is fire. Like, you go up there.
Campus is fire. Everything about football program is not good.
And they just went D1 last year. They just went to the mat. And got pummeled. They won a single game.
So at what point would you have given up if that was your journey?
I would have given up. Yeah, once I left the D1 school, I would have gave up.
It probably would have been the re-injuring of the Liz Frank.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's usually problematic.
Yeah. That can affect your quality of life.
No, he didn't re-injure the Liz Frank. He re-injured the back. Well, yeah.
No, he re-injured both.
He did both. It was both.
He did both. He re-injured both.
Yeah, that second Liz Frank, just based off, but see, that's only based off what I know about that injury and shit like that. I never had it, but I've like looked over it and studied it because certain players kept getting it out of nowhere.
If you don't take care of that, you can affect your quality of life later on.
Yeah, like first of all, the minute you get it, you're guaranteed like arthritis in that foot. First of all, so that's a given. He's gonna have that later anyway. But yeah, like not taking care of a re-injury, you can really change how you like walk and run and all that for the rest of your life. So, shout out to bro though. He never quit, and he can always take that to whatever else he does in life. It's like, nah, I've already like stared down the barrel of losing a dream, whatever this is. I can be able to. I can deal with this. I've done it before. Inspirational. I'm glad he put the story out. He's hilarious too, by the way, because it was like a Mad Lib. It was like a choose your own ending book, and every ending ended with like him not getting able to do what he wanted to do. What else we got?
So this one more story before we get to NFL stuff. So football is big here in Texas.
You sure?
That's what they say. Say it's a second religion.
Fair enough.
I got a question for the guys on here who are parents and your son played football. Would you let your son play for this specific team? Language warning.
Hey, I want to hear y'all niggas. Hey, let's go. Hold on. What we doing, y'all? Hey, bitch, what up? Yeah. Hey, bitch, what up? Yeah. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch, what up? They standing on their pockets on the top.
That people then wonder why there's this stigma or this cloud, whatever you want to say around the Black culture. Well, that's it right there. Duh. That's unacceptable. Play football. Having those young kids singing that song. It's ridiculous. There is no defense for this. I don't care what you got to say. You can come at me sideways all you want, but that is ridiculous. My kids would never play for a coach like that.
I'm split here.
Dads, what do you think?
Yeah, let Dad go first.
Dale, you first.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. I can't personally. I can't. It's too much. It's too much, man. At an early age, so fanning and all that stuff. Now they probably go out there.
If Tuke tell you it's too much, it's too much.
They probably go out there. And they big ass and L uniforms. They probably ain't gotta pay a goddamn thing. But yeah, man, the reality of that right there is that you gotta go into that every game. Yeah, my at a young age, I can't. I mean, as it floats through, maybe because this AAU teams I see that act crazy like that, and those kids are getting D1 looks. So not at a young age though. Can't have that. Gotta learn discipline. Gotta learn the respect of the game. Gotta learn all that. I'm on the way up.
Dale?
Yeah, sports at that age is supposed to be about fundamentals, learning sportsmanship, and I mean learning just good values. Like there's no place in sports for that in youth sports. It is. So yes.
You know, Dale, I agree with you. My daughter is so scared of cuss words that she does not even say. She doesn't even say dang it. She says oh biscuits. She doesn't get anywhere.
That's adorable.
Yeah, she doesn't get anywhere near a cuss word because they're scared to say stuff like that.
What about Coop?
Coop, you on one?
He can't even barely talk, but that's not the point.
I love Coop.
Nah, I'm just messing with him. Nah, he doesn't either. He doesn't come up with funny little slang terms like Harper does, which I think the "oh biscuits" thing's adorable.
Oh, so biscuits, the funniest thing I've heard.
So whenever I tell her no to something, she goes, "Oh, biscuits." I'm like, "Oh, screw it, you can have it. That was cute." But yeah. No, I personally, no way. Yeah, I'm with Dale 100%. It's about the fundamentals and learning to love the game, and it's okay to have a run out of the tunnel song, but like. Make an Eye of the Tiger or some shit.
I love that every time Harper wants an extra piece of candy, she just plays her biscuit trap card on you and wins every time.
Eventually, I'd catch on to it. I'd be like, you're 12 years old. That shit don't work no more.
Yeah, I think so. You think you're going
to
She gonna start substituting those words. She gonna start substituting those words.
What's next on the docket?
Oh, I will say this, though. Look, there's something to be given to, like, getting children to learn the atmosphere that they're going to go into. I do think it's aggressive with the language in the song. So obviously you don't need, but here's the thing, like you're playing, you got to do your work as a coach to find a song that both the kids can confide in or relate to in that moment. That also isn't like that aggressive and ridiculous. For example, like it don't matter what age they are. We Ready from what's his name? That's the greatest hype song.
We Ready.
It's the great. You know what it is, Archie. It's the greatest hype song for any kind of athletics ever created, in my opinion. There's a bunch of great songs. Like you got Bone Crusher, Never Scared, another great one. You got plenty that don't require your children to be swearing. So, coaches, I don't want it to get lost in this, that what they're doing is hyping these children up for a game, and I have no problem with that. That is the atmosphere they're going into. If you're not ready, I see so many kids in the high school football team that at Brighton that would cry before games because their energy is so pent up and they're ready to go, and the clock ain't gonna start for another 15 minutes, and they're over there crying. Someone's praying, all different type of shit. Like this is something that brings everybody together. So I give it that, but you gotta fix the. What are we doing, y'all? Come on. Now.
So
it's crazy.
For me, the Jordan Bulls walkout song. That song is enough for me to get hyped up. Just hearing that. To be fair though,
that hypes you up because you know what it came with. It doesn't hype everybody up. Like right. We ready.
Oh, for sure.
It says it in the title, bro. We ready. Like that's why I think it's the greatest song, like hype song in the history. But I do like the Jordan theme. The Bulls theme from that. That's iconic for sure. There's just so many, bro. Like you don't have to go this route. Now the problem is that like songs like We Ready and Bone Crusher, that's our era. Like those are older songs, man. Like these kids don't really relate to them songs. So
yeah, I went
something from here.
I went to a private school where it was half and half on white kids and black kids. We had the metalheads, and then we had the rap kids, and we all mixed and meshed it in the weight room, and then we all had our own headphones on before the game. So most of my clique, we all stuck together and got hyped off, like Here Comes the Boom and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But no, there's a bunch that like, hey, We Ready. That was universal. That's what we all listen to get hyped right before the game. You're right.
100%. Man, I'm telling you, man, all football music suck, man. All football hype music trash. Real talk. I don't listen. All. I mean, you got to have your own mixtapes, man, and your own playlist, man. But
I don't know what that even means.
There might be the best soundtrack I've ever heard football wise, and it's not even like is this football songs in a football game. It's like Madden 05. Other than that, I can get no hell about.
Hey, hold on.
Elevates around.
Madden 05 was a great soundtrack.
We are the champions is what all I want to hear.
Yeah.
All I want to hear because that's all I want to be.
Wait.
We are the
interesting question,
champions.
though.
My man said I want 70s white music before I go out and play football. If you don't go somewhere too,
Interesting.
your ass been hanging in Brookline for too goddamn long.
Yeah, no, wait. Interesting question for you guys, though. Who had the aux cord, though, in the locker room when it went? For us, I don't know how, but the kid that rode the bench all 4 years that we were there always had the aux cord, knew exactly what to play.
Yeah, because he knew exactly what he would want to hear if he was ever fucking playing football.
And then we have one
time to
guy.
think about this.
We let the one kid that was on there just to get his sports credits so he could get out of gym class.
Yeah.
We let him have it once, and he was a weed head. And he had Buffalo Soldier come up one time. We're
Yeah,
like,
that's
get
not
off,
hype
get off,
for the
get off,
game, bro.
get
That's
off,
not
get
like
off.
that'll get you right for some checks, but that's not.
I was like, you play Bob Marley in here while we're trying to get hype for a game. Get out.
Yeah, that's not it. They didn't give it to the punter. Punter would have had him playing death metal.
Shut up.
All right. So before we get into what's going on, and it's good that Mike is still with us.
Giants suck.
NFL story that kind of took over the weekend. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Dart man.
You're right. Dart man. Let me see.
It's the head honcho, as in he is leading with his head. Honcho.
Yep. So he came out this week and he kind of put his cards on the table. And he came out.
Oh boy.
He came out this weekend. This image pertains to. Just hold on a second.
All I saw is GA, and I was like, he went crazy. How isn't this the lead story?
My man got the red hat on.
Say again, Will.
Take mine off.
So this
I don't want to
is
confuse during this topic.
This is what it comes to. Very controversial. Can you hear it okay?
Please, the starting quarterback of the New York Giants, Jaxson Dart.
That's what Tuka want to hear.
What's up?
I want to get flagged.
Look, Big Blue Nation, it's a pleasure to be here. I got to start this off with a Go Big Blue. I'd love it if y'all would follow with me. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue.
He realizes he's on the red party, right?
What an
I was about
honor.
to say
What a
that.
privilege it is to be here. And without further ado, I'm grateful. I'm honored. I'm pleasured to introduce the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump. And I'm glad to be an American where it is that.
So
we're getting flagged.
Hope I got it in time. Don't speak into it, Will. So you got that going on. First off, Mike in the comments, being a New York Giants fan, how do you feel about your quarterback coming out?
You forget he's also from Connecticut.
He's also Trump's left nut. I mean, come on now. He's always giving Democrats shit. Always. Just send him the link.
Yeah,
This
Mike,
might
Mike, you want to hop on? Hop on.
I agree. Caring about athletes' politics is insane to me, and the people outraged about this forget that the GOAT LT is a Trump guy. Yeah.
All New Yorkers are Trump people.
No, that's not. They're a blue
That
state.
is not true. That is a
That is
blue
not
state.
true at all.
No, see, I didn't go with the joke. He said LT, Jackson,
Oh.
New York.
I'm so confused.
I
I
thought
got
I
it
was-
now. I got it now. I got it. Now, what's crazy? It's a bold strategy, Cotton, because he's in New York doing this, which is crazy.
Yep.
What's this? Oh, what's he gonna say?
Oh,
Your boy
Plies, the man.
Plies. Your boy
He's a-
Plies.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Might want to get the volume going.
Way. Definitely hope this don't come off the wrong way. But this is a message to my black athletes, especially at the professional level and the collegiate level. This is just a thought I had. I just seen the clip with Jaxson Dart introducing 47, and I said to myself, I said, man, this shit is interesting to me. Like, the white boys ain't got no problem letting you know where the fuck they stand. They don't give a fuck about no gas prices, $5. He ain't give a fuck about no Iran war. He don't give a fuck about no $1.7 billion slush fund. He don't give a fuck about them redrawing the maps and want black folks to be represented by white folks. He don't give a fuck about none of that. Jason Dart saying, bitch, I'm letting you know this why I stand. This how I'm rocking. This how I'm motherfucking rocking. That's just that. I wouldn't give a goddamn how many Cuban links he wear and do the motherfucking stanky leg in the motherfucking end zone. All that shit that he do to try to make you think he cool. Like, he don't give a. He's telling you, this my motherfucking guy. This my motherfucking guy. Not just him, motherfucking the Bosa's motherfucker out there doing his dance during the motherfucking regular season. And I'm saying to myself, why is it that the white boys ain't got no motherfucking problem letting you know where they stand? They don't give a fuck no endorsement. They ain't give a fuck none of that. But when it come to us, we scared to motherfucking chew gum too motherfucking loud. I'm cool if you ain't into the politics. I get all of that. But you need to be into motherfucking something. If it ain't even for your own motherfucking good. And I know it's the bronze of the world. You got some motherfuckers on the front line. But for the most part, I'm trying to motherfucking figure out, why is it the white boys is cool with you motherfucking knowing where they motherfucking stand?
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. I can never get enough of liberal tears. Okay, my.
So,
to be fair though, the people he's talking about, black folk, stood up when Barack was in line. There's plenty of us out there. So it's more about representation.
It's the so you guys remember the backlash LeBron got. They got the backlash that Colin Kaepernick got. You know, shut up and play ball. That was the thing at that
Kaepernick
point.
was doing a little different than this, don't you think?
No, it was his protest to bring forth light to whatever he had an issue with. It's the same position. He had a position and he let it be known.
But
that's what the guy was saying.
Two different
like
things.
people,
One
people
is
here
during the
now.
game, during the season.
One's
and
during
the
the game, and one's during the game with reference to the flag that represents us all. Where the other, and I want to be clear, Kaepernick got the go to do that talking to a soldier.
Exactly. Yes.
Now,
I
the
didn't
fact that
want to litigate that whole thing, but yes, I agree.
Right. The fact that nobody wanted to consider that part of it always drove me nuts.
Yes.
But then Cap took the money at the end, which kind of sullied the whole thing anyway. But I do think the situations are different. Look, I don't understand why we're in a place where choosing a political affiliation suddenly gets you vilified. This is why they say don't talk about this shit with like, don't talk about sports and politics. I mean, don't talk about politics and religion, because people they're too tribal. Hey man, Kanye said Bush Jr. hates black people and lost Pepsi before the commercial break came with the stuff Mike Myers and Chris Tucker. It's catastrophic for some folks to speak their mind. Yeah, I would agree. Definitely is.
Big Mike, how you doing, brother?
Good job.
Going on, fellas?
As STWF's #1 Giants fan, how you feeling about this thus far?
I'll keep it clean on this show. I don't care about an athlete's politics.
Yeah.
Not even a wee bit. Like, vote for who you want to vote for, talk out for whoever you want to talk out for, go to whatever rally, thingamabob you want to go to. I don't care. If you show up on Sunday and you play and you help my team win, you can be a linebacker that identifies as a friggin' kitten for all I care. Help the team win. We're cool. I don't care. I wish, like, I get it. I wish we didn't have to care about this stuff. I get there's like, this like selective outrage, but as I said in a comment, Lawrence Taylor, who's the greatest defensive player in the history of the NFL, is a Trump guy, and no one is saying anything about that. Saquon went to the White House. Saquon went to the White House and hung out with Trump. You know, he didn't get as much backlash, right? Mayweather, Mike Tyson, like a lot of the UFC guys. If you remember, like Amon-Ra St. Brown was doing the Trumpy dance in the end zone after, like, you know, he scored a touchdown. Who cares? Like, honest to God, who cares? What, like, how far gone are we? We can't have different opinions about, you know, certain things, you know, is going on. And oh no, this person must be a racist. Was he a racist 10 minutes before this happened? No.
Right.
He's probably not a racist now. Was, you know, like, it's stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. I think things change with social media. Previously, in the past, if you had a political affiliation, nobody really knew that shit. Now everybody knows who's gonna fucking. Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to see that man. But I think what affiliation you have only matters socially because of social media now. That's the only real reason. It, like, before any person could say, "Oh, I'm this side, I'm that side," you and them could have a debate and everybody moved on. It's not until politics became like nuclear that it became such a problem within our country to have which side is which. It's not until that it became a problem of which side you were on.
Once they let the black man in,
we went over wars over this, all that.
Once they let the black man in, this all became what it is today. Let's just admit it, fellas. I'm singing to y'all because none of y'all gonna come on here and say that I'm wrong. Once Barack got in office, everything went crazy. This is where everything started going wild. No bullshit. When Barack had office, because then you had people that was just going to vote for him because he was black. And I'm not saying that a lot of people going for Trump because he's white. You know, he just carries a lot of things that, you know, a lot of people like. And I didn't mention just all white people. There's people that just like what he carries, like what he does. Or, most of all, popularity. This is what the president race has become, a popularity race. And I guess the next popular person will be voted because I don't think it's going to be anybody with any smarts. But yeah, that's my take on it. And everybody like asking, why is he like this? When Barack Obama was elected president, all the backlash started. Why? Because we've seen something that we've never seen before in our lives. This other stuff now, we've seen racism forever. We've seen all types of stuff forever. But when you line this up, along with Donald Trump and along with what he's done and all that extra stuff, you're going to be hated as fuck being affiliated with him. And I don't even think that's a white thing. I think that's just the Donald Trump thing. Same way it was a Barack Obama thing, in a sense. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, there's some people that are just so polarizing that if you back them, you're automatically part of the war. A war that you're not even having, but now you're in it.
Think
You're in
about
the war because you chose a side.
You got people on the right now. They had no bloody clue who Jaxson Dart was. That all of a sudden, you know, I'm going to go buy his bloody jersey. Shut up.
Yeah,
you
they had no
didn't
idea.
give a shit. You couldn't care less about the Giants, Jaxson Dart, or football until now. Knock it off, right? Because you're just going to make yourself look just as stupid as the people on the other side who are complaining about it. Like, knock it off. Like, this, like, who cares? Dear God, nobody cares. It's so, I'll say nobody cares. Nobody's sane. Nobody with like half a brain gives a shite about this stuff. Like, this is nonsense. It's stupid. It doesn't matter. Like, people can vote whatever they want for. Tiki Barber was on the fan saying, I got to meet George Bush and I got to hang out with Clinton. It's just what you did. Like, nobody gave a damn. Yeah. Who cares? If they, I don't care who the president was. If they said, you want to come introduce me and, you know, come meet me? Yes. I don't care who it is. You get to meet the president of the United States.
You're right, Mike, because it wasn't until Trump where people started questioning athletes about, oh, you're really going to go to the White House when y'all team win the championship? Every other athlete before that, when their team wins the championship, that since they've been doing this, goes to the White House, no one says a word. No one says a word.
Didn't Brady miss one time, though, with Obama?
No, that's what I'm saying. It became Obama, but it came more blunt with Trump because of what Trump.
Because he's a maniac. He's a maniac.
Trump carries a different instrument box than all the other presidents in history. We've never seen a president like this.
It's everything outside the box because he's not a real president like that.
He opened up the Pandora's box, basically.
Also, the other thing people need to realize. Oh, go ahead.
I would say this is the problem. This guy was beloved for the most part in the media up until he ran as a Republican for president. He was on The View. He was on all these TV shows. Everybody loved him. Supposedly, everybody in every community, messed with this guy, and they all wanted to be with him. They were all friends. He was a Jaxson, supporter and stuff like that. He was beloved. And then in 2016, as soon as he knocked out that racist white witch, Hillary Clinton, well, guess what? Now all of a sudden he's the bad guy, and you're not allowed to, be his friend anymore. And it's like, hello. Like
he also said a bunch of shit, by the way. He said a bunch of wild shit too.
In between that.
Also, I like to point out that we need to pay attention a little more. When athletes support a president or a side, a political party, it is 90% of the time within reference of their checkbook. That's it. It's all about the bank accounts. That's the only reason every athlete who suddenly becomes rich, you can see athletes their whole life be Democrat. Then they hit the pros, make money, Republican. Almost immediately. Because once you make that type of money, you don't want to be taxed more. That's all it is. That's 90% of the time what it is. A few people speak up on issues. Shout out to them. I often wonder if even that's about money. Because if you support the right issue, you're marketable. And if you support the wrong issues or the wrong ways, you're not marketable. Yeah, kind of brave by Dart, though, to do this in New York, knowing how hot button the situation is.
Now, one of his teammates was pretty upset about it. One up Abdul Carter.
Oh.
Thought this shit was AI. What we doing, man?
Yeah, I don't like either. I don't like Jaxson Dart posting it with the fucking jersey on. I think that's a little much. I get it. Whatever. Do what you got to do. And also, Abdul, have that conversation with that man. You're about to go to training camp. He's probably there.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing where, it kicks the hand in the fan. Like, okay, and it goes back to what we're saying. Like, vote who you want to vote for. Be that, all that. You over here, every social media post you got a picture of you and him. Like that, you obviously throwing a rock somewhere. We seen it on TV. We gonna see it on video. You over here, yeah, and that's kind of what get people upset. I mean, do you have a right to? If you don't want to mind your business, I mean, I guess so. But yeah, man.
So, and I was a little bit taken aback because the locker room is sacred. If you got beef, it stays in the locker room. The season hasn't even started, and you've already got potential division within the locker room. Your head coach is a Trump supporter. So how's that going to work? So with that being said, this right here, this is you're starting, your QB1 on Abdul Carter during the season.
From situations where, you're consistently winning and you're playing at a high level. And then, this year there's just a lot of adversity thrown at us. And, us being able to, have those vulnerable conversations. And, I think for him, it spoke volumes to who he is and how he was able to bounce back and really finish, this back half of the year at a really extremely high level. And, he's just a guy who is very intense, is very passionate about, winning and competing. And, he gave a speech to the whole team after our last game. They're just talking about, going forward and how we need to create a new standard around here. So, we've had a lot of things to bond over, and I'm really excited for the future.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because you get cool, you wearing gold teeth, you wearing gold chains, and hey, you can rock gold chains and rock teeth and be cool with Trump, but you're doing all that, and I guess the perception in the locker room was, I guess that's what it was, but, you going in, you kissing babies, and you kissing Trump, that's kind of when it gets crazy.
So you're right, and you're touching on something, because the moment you do this, the moment you get on that stage for Trump, every single part of our culture that you have blatantly been displaying suddenly turns into appropriation. Beforehand, it seems like you're an ally. You've been balling with black folks.
Welcome to the cookout.
What happened?
Welcome to the cookout.
That's what I like for real. Like the whole everything before this moment, you've ingratiated yourself with a certain culture based on what you've been doing, and then you make this move, and now it just like looks like it's almost like mocking the whole time now. Now, what was that really all about? So you feel you can be a part of this culture or use shit from our culture, but then go up there and completely ignore some of the things that this man stands for in lieu of your bank account? Yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. So it's not wrong. It's not a good look.
Now what you're seeing is you're starting to see, like, you're going to see a split in the fans where you got people who are Jaxson Dart people and people who are Abdul Carter people, and it's like, come on, son. Yeah. Like, the same team, same goal. Like, what are you doing? And like Coach said, keep it in the locker room, have a conversation, because, like, I can't remember who it was. There was, like, an interview or something with, like, on one of the radio stations. Like, something about 60% of NFL players are actually Republican. Most of them just don't talk about it. Like, but they get along in the locker room because they can have, conversations like men. Like, this is the way this stuff should have happened. But like now you're going to start seeing, I'm not going to, I don't care what Abdul Carter does. I only like Jaxson Dart. F Jaxson Dart. I only care about. Why? It's the same team. Are you really not going to cheer for one if they do something well? Are you going to sit there and be like, no, absolutely not. I'm not cheering for Jaxson Dart.
This ends up right now being headline news. Retrospectively, look into the future. Let's just say by some miracle, that's not offensive, but just by a miracle, it's a young team. This team's 12-5. No one's going to even remember this happened. Why? Because winning makes everything better.
They're going to remember that. They're going to remember it when the season's over and they lose.
Here's the thing. Yeah, right. Exactly. Here's the thing. That's the other thing. Like, people care as much as they care right now because no one's playing football. You know when the story goes away, when he throws 5 touchdowns or he throws 5 picks, then that's what we're talking about. So, like, yeah, if they're winning, this will be swept under the rug for the most part.
Trump's going to be at like 3 or 4 of his games. Yeah, he's in the loop now. He's with the crew now.
He wasn't going to Jets games, so he was probably, if he wanted to watch football, he was probably going to one of them games anyway.
Dale.
Right, though.
Dale. Are you familiar with Brandon Fiocco?
Yeah, Brendan Fiocco. Yeah,
you call me?
He was a defensive tackle on the championship team.
Okay.
Really outspoken on Twitter.
Here's what he had to say about it.
NFL player speaking out on this.
All right. This message is for Abdul Carter. I saw your tweet, and I'm going to tell you this once. If the Giants PR team already hasn't told you so, and if your uncles, aunties, grandmammies, daughters, sisters, nephews, brother hasn't told you, my brother, please shut the fuck up and dribble. In other words, stop talking about your teammates' political beliefs on the TL. All these people, all these burner pages going to tell you to keep voicing your opinion. Abdul, there is a time and place for you to talk about the things that hold dear to your heart, but talking about your political beliefs and your disbelief, especially in a teammate's political beliefs, ain't the time to do as an active NFL player, let alone this guy's your quarterback one. Abdul, you got to go to war with this guy on Sundays, right? You have to be there with him. This guy has to share a locker room with you. If you didn't believe in his political beliefs, be a man and go talk to him about it face to face. Don't go to Twitter. That's some ultimate bullshit. That's some little kid shit. Leave that shit at Penn State, right? This is the NFL. 2020 COVID, I was a part of a locker room where there was a lot of disbelief. I had a lot of Republican teammates. I had a lot of Democratic teammates. It was the middle of COVID, the whole George Floyd incident, everything else under the sun. But you know what? When there was disbeliefs and disagreements, we always went to each other face-to-face in the locker room. Don't take this shit to Twitter, bro. Come on, grow up.
Love it.
Nah, take that shit to Twitter, bro. If he was a real teammate, Jaxson Dart, yo, guys, guess what meeting on Saturday? President Trump. Nah, I ain't do all that. Fuck that.
Well, you don't know that he didn't do all that, but he probably didn't do all that. We don't know that he didn't do it all. But either way, no, you don't tell him. I'm doing this thing for what? What you telling the team to do for?
The whole red hat movement, I think it killed my LSU team after the championship. I mean, COVID helped, don't get me wrong. But just like Brendan said, like the locker room was at odds. You had people leaving Coach O because Coach O he wearing that red hat loudly and proudly. You know, like red hat can't do nothing wrong. And
they ain't full grown men then yet though. Like
well,
they don't
I'm just telling
understand
you
that.
what,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what happened to the locker room. The locker room was divided the entire rest of that season. We sucked that season too. So that's how Coach O got fired. So that was the beginning of the end, actually.
So this right here.
On the accomplishment last year to bring everybody together to celebrate that, but also acknowledge the play sports has and bringing people together from all walks of life, all backgrounds, to provide inspiration, hope, love, togetherness, and that's what our journey was last year. So to have another opportunity to celebrate that means a lot, and a great opportunity for us from the basketball community to thank President Biden and his staff for all their hard work and diligence on getting Brittany Griner home. Was a big part of our basketball family, and it means a lot to know that she's here and home safe with her family, and all the work that went on behind the scenes to make that a reality. So just want to say thank you there, and very excited to be here and celebrate the day, celebrate with our families, and appreciate the invitation. This is truly, truly special. So thank you to everybody.
So my question is, everybody got different choices. How would everybody feel if it was put on Steph Curry in that manner?
Hold on.
Because
Steph
he went to the White House?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it would. You know what's crazy? It would actually be Jaxson Dawson would still be as worse, and I'll tell you why. Because Steph Curry he's kind of like one of those stars. He's a star, but he's not in nothing at all. And he doesn't attract just one race. He attracts just about every race. Because every race in this world now wants to be a basketball player. They want to shoot the basketball 90 times. So I'm going to be real. I think Steph Curry being a Trump supporter would probably still not oversee the fact, and we know Jaxson Dawson is levels down from Steph Curry, but I wouldn't even be surprised if Steph Curry was a Trump supporter. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think the culture would be like, ooh, but I don't think the world as much would be like, what the fuck? As they
LeBron fans would be happy.
Also, it's a little different. Like, are you saying just because he went to the White House versus like introducing the president at basically a rally?
But they're both still showing their political views. What's the difference?
No. Showing up to the White House after being invited because your team won a championship shows no political affiliation at all.
Right.
None.
You just go.
Zero. They started making it political, when the Trump and Obama thing. Listen, whatever. If I get invited to the White House, I'm going. I don't care who's sitting in the damn seat.
I want free McDonald's all day.
Time we have this conversation, I'm going to the White House.
The only time a championship team goes to the White House becomes political is if in the past. No, in the past, if you chose not to go, because then people are like, why? And then there goes the political conversation. And now with Trump in office, if you choose to go, you get one side being like, why? And the other side being like, yeah, we get it. Like, it's more, I just think a lot of this whole championship team going to the White House being political is really surrounded around Trump. Because we didn't really have these conversations when other teams won championships and went to the White House with other presidents. We didn't have these conversations.
It's not a political rally at all. It's not.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was a political rally. The question presented was, you're showing your political affiliation.
But I don't know. But if you're going with
say again.
If you're going with a championship team, I don't think that actually is showing your affiliation, though. Until you say, no, I'm not going. Then that shows an affiliation.
Yes, exactly.
Because once you say I'm not going, there's got to be a reason. What's the reason? And the reason's political. But if you're just going with the team, it's a team-oriented thing that we all do every time. It's no different than I'm going to Disney World. Like, it's the same shit. It's just what you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you actually had LeBron James on stage with Hillary Clinton back in like 2015, 2016, saying, "Oh, you know, this is the one, this is the one." And we all know he doesn't know anything about politics. Let's be honest. Excellent athlete, all-time great, knows nothing about politics.
Not if he backing her. She's one of the worst things that could ever happen to the black community.
And nobody, there was
just
nothing
doing the blue thing.
this level of vitriol towards him for doing this. And she was literally the worst politician that could have possibly been backed, you know, in my opinion, by people in, you know, of certain communities. It's like, what the hell are you on, mate? What are you doing? Like, anyone else, probably, you know, no big deal. That lady, awful. But there was no level of vitriol, and she was pretty much female Satan. And it's like, come on.
Right.
It's stupid.
It's just
I don't
Trump,
care.
bro. He says too much shit on Twitter. And so we can't deal with this dude.
Yeah,
He's
honestly,
nuts.
if he would shut up and focus on, you know, doing what he said he's going to do, it'd be a lot less problems. Like,
That's
dear
true.
God, get off social media. I don't care about your stupid Truth Social.
We would let him fail just as much as any other president, which they've all failed in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
We would let him fail if he just wasn't so goddamn visible. We can always access him. He's always talking.
Only two didn't fail.
Who's that?
Lincoln and JFK. They killed both.
JFK failed like a motherfucker. His brains is on the lawn out there. But nah, yeah. Like JFK, right. Lincoln and JFK. And funny, the two didn't fail. Dead. While in office, dead. You're not failing enough. It's time to go, bud. Pack them up.
Pack them up. That's good shit, fellas. That's good shit. Good, clean discussion. We got political discussion in here on a sports show. Mike, we appreciate you coming on here. But you do know y'all taking that L week 1.
You know who else wasn't failing?
No chance.
Clinton wasn't failing, and then, well.
No chance.
No chance?
That got a divided locker room.
Is Trump going to suit up? Trump going to play tight end?
I got a shout out, fellas.
Shout out to you, fellas, man. Shout out to Mike for coming through. Shout out to
man,
chat.
Mike.
Like, share, subscribe. It's what we do, man. Another great week. We have fun. Back at it.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait. The week's ain't over. Because wrestling, man. We're going to put on some tights and do a podcast. So.
Sure, I'll put on some tights if you're going to watch it. Come on.
I be watching at the beginning, then I trail off because y'all start talking about inside baseball, about what's going on now. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Real quick, shout out to Brandon and Bernard in the comments tonight. Appreciate y'all. Extra shout out to Mike for hopping on here with us. I know this is a subject that he brought stuff value to, and he definitely did. My question for Mr. Dale is, when's our next review show, sir?
Yeah, we talked about that last night. I still got to watch.
Got to be Darth Maul, baby.
He got to watch Maul because that's the next one. It's got to be Maul, so he got to watch.
I got to watch it. Yeah,
that's what I told him. He's watching from.
Got to be Maul. You got to go watch Michael if you haven't seen it yet, and you got to go watch the Mandalorian.
Yeah, watch that.
Okay.
Wait, what was the last one?
Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that too, but it's not on the app yet.
Both of them.
It's bootleg, and there's a dude's head in the shot. I'm not doing it.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's like having a dude walk across the screen carrying a bike.
That's all I'm saying, man. Peanuts, get your peanuts.
Why LSU ain't made the playoffs?
Yo, I love that this whole topic came up, and Dale just like jumped at the opportunity to make an excuse for his bum ass team. Crazy.
Mike, you got a shout out for tonight, brother.
Shout out for all you lads for letting me jump on for a few minutes and talk about the Giants. Always appreciated. If you ever need a fill-in, if I qualify, if I meet your standards, your lofty standards, hit your boy up.
I'm not gonna lie, Mike. Hey, Will, what's good?
So my friend, his wife was, having a baby. And to try and keep her calm, he started telling her jokes. She didn't laugh one time. It must have been the delivery.
Terrible delivery. He needs a doula. Also, at some point, we're going to have to stop flirting with this man and just add it to the show. That's all I'm saying.
Invitation's always open, man. Invitation's open.
Whenever you're ready to be here, we'll put it on you. Whenever you're ready to be a regular, Mike, let us know. You can be here every goddamn show.
Thank you.
You know it.
Check us out, Best in the World tomorrow. Talking wrestling, baby.
What's the sign off tonight?
Dale in tights.
That's the sign off. Dale in tights.
Dale in tights.
Dale in tights.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.